Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen QR code with your mobile device and invest in these businesses in real time.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Another round.
You decide whether to help these entrepreneurs' dreams come true
I got to get me some of that.
or tell them to go fund yourself.
I'm in. You had me at Latino.
I think there's a real opportunity there.
Meet the Titans. Ready to ask the questions you, the investors, want answered.
How do you make money?
Creator of Go Fund Yourself, Rory Kataya.
It makes sense to crowdfund something like this and get in now.
Jason Waller.
Can't tell you what to do, but this is a lottery ticket.
David Meltzer.
Things will go viral very quickly.
This isn't just entertainment.
Because there is a huge opportunity.
With the money that you raise, what will you do with it?
That's massive.
Ooh, I like that.
And now, it's time to go fund yourself. Joining our Titans for this first presentation are Eric Cox, COO of Net Capital, and TV host, podcaster, and influencer Yanina Oyarzo. And heading to the stage is Nadia Tedeschi, founder and CEO of Mylo Medical, a company that reinvented a fundamental part of patient care.
A lot of times there's so many devices that end up causing more problems than they're meant to solve, and not a lot of people know about them, and I'm here to change that. Hello, Titans. My name is Nadia, and I'm the founder and CEO of Mylo Medical, where we reinvent overlooked and outdated medical devices. This whole idea started when I was working as a nursing assistant, and the most uncomfortable part of my job was not what you may think. It was handing a patient this. Does anyone know what this is?
That's a bedpan, right?
It is a bedpan. So this medical grade salad bowl is what we have to give patients when they can't get up out of bed to use the bathroom. If you can imagine, most patients are fragile, recently out of surgery, so trying to wedge this tough piece of plastic under them is not the easiest task. And once they're on top of it, it's extremely uncomfortable. It's responsible for skin tears, pressure ulcers, bed sores, almost always requiring a change of linens, the patient, and sometimes the nurse. This product has been fundamentally unchanged for 400 years. So it's a relic of 16th century medicine, and it's actively harming people, not just the patients, but the nurses. It's responsible for infections, cross-contamination, back strain. So when I first witnessed a patient use this bedpan, she was humiliated. She was in pain, she started crying, and looked up at me and said, "Nobody should have to live like this."
Wow.
So when I see a problem, I have to fix it. So I got to finding a better way, and we took every single pain point that I've experienced, the patient experienced, and turned them into features of the Mylo pan. You can easily put this down, the patient can roll onto their side, and then roll on top of it. When they're on top, you simply grab your pump and inflate.
Brilliant.
Right?
Once it's inflated, we have a disposable bag. So we have absorbent material in the bottom and this dual layer bag. So there's no actual direct contact from the patient and the base. So it can be used multiple times, lasting up to 12 months. So when they're done, the patient, if they're able to, can pull the strings and their waist gets sealed.
Brilliant. Amazing.
And then when they're done, they roll off. All the nurse has to do
Wow.
and toss in the trash.
And how much is that?
Right now, we're targeting $15 for facilities. We want to get into GPOs, major hospital networks, government contracts, really anywhere where the current bedpan is, we want to go in and replace it with.
Are they in homes as well, I assume? Old age
Yeah,
homes?
so when my grandpa was in a nursing home after a couple surgeries, He actually contracted C. diff from a bedpan, and he had that on his final days. We lost him about 2 years ago.
Sorry.
And it's a horrible disease. It spreads through stool, so bedpans are the #1 source of infection spread.
Wow.
And it spreads like wildfire in these facilities. Hopefully, with this disposable bag, that completely eliminates cross-contamination.
How much are you raising?
We're raising $1.2 million.
And how are you going to use that money?
We primarily want to build out our team. Right now, it is just me and my amazing COO. So we want to hire a lot of help on our distribution, our sales, our management, and really take this as far as we can get it.
Have you been able to lock in a facility?
Yes, so we have 10 facilities currently on our pilot wait list. That's what we are working on right now. We're building out our QMS system in line with FDA. That will also aid us in getting a lot of feedback on the design if we need to change anything, add anything. So this really is built for nurses, by nurses. So their feedback and the patient's feedback means everything, and it really drives everything we do.
Amazing. I'd give the thing away for free and have them sign a subscription for the plastic bags. To me, this is such a winner. Such a winner. Like, I mean, it can't miss. There's such a need for it, and you've solved it in such an elegant way.
Thank you.
It's amazing to me. Jace, I mean, come on.
No, it's amazing. My question is, the 10 facilities that you have that are in pilot, part of that capital you're going to raise is, I'm assuming, to create more to give them that pilot. Is that correct?
Yeah, we want to build out our inventory as much as possible, get as many partnerships with distributors, hospitals, GPOs.
And you said that you could sell it for $15. What's the cost to make it? Like, what's your profit on that?
Just under $5.
Oh, that's great.
They could probably get this down to under $1.
Right. Absolutely.
And maybe even less than that, like 50 cents.
Yeah.
You know, with volume. I honestly feel that this is one of those products where if they don't adopt it in place of the bedpan,
Shame on them.
not only shame on them, but potential liability.
Negligence, yeah.
I agree.
Were you able to get a patent?
We are patent pending right now. Yes.
Obviously, your big bucks will be the contracts in the hospitals and all that stuff. But if I had my grandma at home and I'm taking care of her, am I able to buy that at all?
Yeah, we want to hit retail very much. That's where when we were taking care of my grandpa.
Like, this is a product you could sell
On
direct
Amazon.
on Amazon.
Yeah, we want
Yeah.
it. That's where I got all of our supplies when we were taking care of my grandpa was on Amazon.
Yeah.
CVS, Walgreens, we want to hit retail stores.
You know, you had
Yeah.
me at dignity for both parties, right? It's not just dignity for the patients, it's dignity for the providers. I think that's where you begin.
It really is on all 3 levels, from the patient to the nurse to the facility. We have value props for all of them that can get rid of some of the issues that the current one brings. So our cost savings for facilities is estimated to be around 77 to 78%. Patients use the bathroom 5 to 9 times a day. You just buy one of these for one patient. It can be reused their entire stay. All you have to do is replace these bags, cheaper than replacing the entire bedpan that we have today.
I could even see nurses' unions pushing this on the hospitals, right? I mean,
They will be our biggest proponent to get the word out there. The feedback we got so far has blown me away. We went to the World Health Expo in June, and we had people trying to buy our prototype off the table.
I bet.
I heard over and over that it's a no-brainer.
amazing. Love it.
Another great one.
So you have what in place now for financing vehicles? You have a CF registration? What do you have?
So yeah, we're looking to raise 1.235 million on a Reg CF.
Oh, cool.
Shameless plug through Net Capital.
Through Net Capital. Yeah, Eric has been amazing helping me out with all that.
You're going to do really well with this.
Yes, this is
and
all
we're probably going to put our own dough in it too. Right? I think this is like one of those that we see every now and then. It's amazing.
Let's just make it a Bamage.
You want to do a
Let's
Bamage?
end on the high note.
Okay, you don't know what a Bamage is, but you're
About to find out.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Awesome. I was not expecting that, honestly, but it made me feel really positive, like we're going in the right direction. I think this is taking us to the next level. We're getting global. We're ready to replace every outdated bedpan that's out there and be under every patient.
Hey, great job. We don't get to do that a lot. So it's exciting when somebody comes up, they have a great product, they have a great plan, they're making a difference in the world, they're making a difference in people's lives. And that's exactly what she came up here and did. She's got a business opportunity here. People can invest, that it's real. Sometimes people come up and they need mentorship. Sometimes people come up and they're not ready. She's ready, she's got the product, she's got the help, she's ready to go. Totally worth the damage. Great job today.
2 words, no brainer. That's it. That's what she got.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
What's always cool when you see somebody come from the space, see a problem, design a solution.
Yes.
You know, that's one of the things that you really love to see. And when you can support something like this that you know actually really helps people day to day, especially in a medical application, you got to feel really good about that opportunity.
All you need to do is show this to whoever's doing the procurement at hospitals.
Done.
And one hospital does it, the next one
Or put it
wants it,
online.
the next one wants it, right?
Or post it online. It's done.
Yeah.
People will buy it.
Yes.
Amazon,
Absolutely.
Shopify, everything.
I think that this is an opportunity that people watching this really need to take a look at, because this is going to blow up.
I think that Mylo Medical is an amazing idea. It looks super useful for elderly people and people that are in hospitals.
I think Mylo Medical is incredibly innovative and it's really going to make a difference. I'll definitely invest.
I think that Mylo product is innovative and cool. I will invest in Mylo Medical.
If you want to invest in this, go ahead and scan that code.
Scan that code.
Scan the QR code. Go fund yourself.
Joining the Titans for this next presentation are brand strategist, marketing maverick, and CEO of Loop Agency, Elisa Jacobs, as well as designer, artist, and entrepreneur, Helen Collin. And heading to the stage is Mo Juma, CEO of Waxi, a rideshare platform designed to put more value back in the driver's seat.
Waxi is a rideshare service that's more of a marketplace and not a middleman. Riders are paying a lot for rides and they're noticing the quality of these rides are deteriorating. I believe whoever hears the story will be convinced that Waxi is the solution. Hello everyone, I'm Mo, the CEO of Waxi.
What's up, Mo?
A majority of us have used rideshare apps in the past or even probably the present. And a lot of us assume that a majority of the fees that we're paying to these apps for our fare are going to the drivers. When in reality, that's not true. If you even speak to a driver and you ask how much he's getting paid off a $40 ride, it's typically $10. And that doesn't account the money he puts in for gas, maintenance, any other expenditures that he may face. So that's where Waxi comes in. Waxi flips a script. We want to give drivers 80% of the fare and we take 20%. We're not a middleman, we're more of a marketplace. This allows us to go into other categories like boats, jet skis. So a lot of people ask us, so how are you going to compete with the big guys? We're not going to compete with the big guys because we're not launching in the US. We're planning to launch in the Caribbean. The Caribbean currently doesn't have a rideshare service and they get about 35 million tourists a year.
Why wouldn't they? That seems odd to me.
I think it's due to local regulation. And a lot of them just don't want an outside giant, like these rideshare giants, coming in and extracting all the value out of their local economy and giving their drivers 20% of the fare. It just maybe doesn't make sense to them. So what we plan to do about that is we're planning to integrate into fleets. So we find mom and pop businesses that already have these fleets that are maybe using them as taxis right now. We're gonna onboard them onto the Waxi app. We're going into already stable infrastructure. We have a strategic partner in the Bahamas that wants to help us with local adoption, especially because we are planning to do a percentage of profits for hurricane relief, road funds, and he likes that we're giving a majority of the fare to the driver.
So right now they're getting 100%. You're going to make it where they get 80%, and the value add is you'll have an app where people can book them.
Yeah, we're bringing that ease of use. So a lot of people that go there, a lot of them are actually opting for black car services now because they don't feel safe in the cheaper options. The typical flow that happens when you go to these regions is you need to call the hotel, they'll send you a taxi, or they'll give you a number of a guy that has a taxi and you have to text him on WhatsApp, do payment in person, or maybe send him through one of these payment apps. It's just not sustainable, right? We offer that consistent rider base that people can go on the app, request a ride, picks you up from the airport, takes you where you need to go, right? There's no friction there.
Have you guys gone over all the, insurance that you're going to need to do this for the background check? And
yeah.
I think that the safety piece is a big piece. I'm glad you asked about insurance. Some of it's super safe and beautiful, and the communities are incredible, and the culture is magical. But having traveled a lot to the Caribbean, sometimes solo, sometimes in groups, there are serious situations you get in.
Of course.
And I think having relationships not only with the government, but also the hospitality groups like the hoteliers and the resorts that are offering that service.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, you're talking to the consumer first. And so I think it's going to be tough. Frankly, it's a tough launch strategy, but at least the consumer is looking for that because it's solving a problem that they don't have a current solution for.
Since we have those strategic partners in the Bahamas, he'll help us push, maybe a sign right outside the airport, ride with Waxi. We're planning on having an inbound number actually, which a lot of these other rideshare apps don't have. Basically the way to work is you call, 1-800-WAXI or whatever we decide for that to be. They send a card to you and then you automatically get onboarded into the app, right? So people are using it, they're getting onboarded in that flow, and we believe they'll consistently use it because there's nothing there right now, right?
Have you launched it yet?
No, so we're planning to launch in the end of April. Right now, we're just pushing really hard on marketing and getting into that local community, right? So that's why we have a strategic partner in that region because he's going to help get us adopted on a government level.
Do you have governmental support or approval currently, or is it something you're hoping for?
It's in progress.
Yeah, that's the only hiccup is things happen very slowly, then all of a sudden down there. You get government approval, I think the money will pour to you.
Yeah.
And I think if you're working with the local hoteliers and resorts and things like that, they had to go through the government, right? For these big developers to come in, they had to go through the government too. So if you're working with them as partners, it's a liaison and a conduit because they have to. They've had to actually, in all the different countries, do all of this already and have resorts or beach houses and different things. They're going to need partners like this.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to launch here exactly? Because the big boys?
The big boys, we can't compete with them here. It's going to cost $10, $20, $30 million to do that.
But if you're paying more,
yeah,
you could just start, getting one at a time of these people to leave Lyft and Uber and build that up. So if you say, at Waxi, we're not paying you 20%, we're paying you 80%.
Yeah, but to get the attention, he's saying it's 20 or 30 million, and I think that's a probably low number.
The reality is the consumer base trusts Lyft and Uber and the big dogs.
That's
and
exactly
it is
what I was
that
gonna
10, 20, 30 million
Of
dollars
course.
would just be in marketing and acquisition to
So
drive
while it's
migration.
more attractive for the drivers, if the consumer doesn't know it exists, they're not on the app.
Every airport you step out of, all you see is Uber and Lyft.
Isn't there the possibility that you do your launch there and you develop your name, you become recognizable out there, lots of people go to the Caribbean, and then you begin that process of being here?
I agree completely with that. I think that all of these major Caribbean markets are mostly travelers from New York, from London, from Miami. So it is the American marketplace in a destination.
We're not planning to never come into the US.
Smart.
Our plan is to build that cash flow in the Bahamas, the Caribbean, and then even some other regions. We're looking at Jamaica. We're gonna build that cash flow there, and then we can slowly break in to, Austin, Detroit, Los Angeles.
Well, and it sounds like you're not trying to be David to slay Goliath. You're looking at where's the gap and where's the deficit.
Exactly.
There's a problem here we can solve for.
Yeah, it's a marketplace, right? So you need you need a good buyer to seller ratio. So if you don't have enough riders to drivers, we go out on drivers, there's tons of drivers, but there's no rides, it's not gonna work. So that's what we felt like a underserved market with no other competitors, it makes the most sense for us.
That's the smartest thing that you said. That you're realistic with that. I'm a potential investor because you get it. People have all these great solutions, but they're not realistic of that ratio. And regardless, it's always an issue.
What ratio?
The ratio of buyers to sellers.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know that if we get too many drivers too early on and they're not getting any fares, what's the likeliness of them opening the app again and using it?
Of course.
And the same goes for riders. So it's all first impressions with these apps. If they already have Uber and Lyft downloaded and they're like, oh, let me try this new one. Oh, there's no drivers, or the driver's saying there's no riders, then they're gonna delete it, right? There's no stickiness there.
If he would want to start in the United States, I think focusing more on the alternative vehicles,
I agree with that.
all the things that the platform can do that Uber and Lyft aren't.
Even the helicopters to the Hamptons,
And
recreational.
so I think there is a good play to start here as an option. There's individual yacht guys, there's individual
There's
helicopters.
nobody doing it.
There's nobody that has a ubiquitous platform.
Looking at your taglines, I think that it needs to be something that is more engaging to the audience that you're talking about. It's gonna have to be something that is as large as you guys are talking about.
Yeah, where's the name Waxi from? I mean, when I first saw it and heard it, I just thought of surfboards for some reason.
But it looks like taxi.
Waxi taxi.
Oh, I see. It looks like taxi.
Worldwide taxi.
Okay, got it. Okay.
If I was a consumer sitting at home and I'm on the fence about investing in Waxi, what's your value to me?
Of course, transparent pricing, better quality of the ride. Since we're paying these drivers more, they're actually able to maintain their vehicle, right? And maybe even afford better vehicles. And yeah, just overall experience.
Perfect.
All right, man.
Very good.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
The feedback aligned with exactly what I was expecting. I expected for them to ask, why don't we launch in the US market? And I gave them that reasoning.
Good job. Thank you.
Cool stuff, man.
Thank you. There's already huge companies here. It'll be harder to compete. We're rather off going somewhere else, establishing there, and then slowly moving into this market.
I love the idea, and to be honest with you, it's marketing and breaking into a new area, and whether it be America or the Caribbean, he probably needs to really hone in on who he wants to grab, because even recreational is different from rideshare. If you're at the airport to get a car as opposed to, hey, we're gonna ride a yacht today. So I think that there's a lot of directional activity he needs to probably zero in on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I think you should start in the U.S. I'm going to stand on that again. Even if it's with the recreational stuff that's low-hanging fruit, I'm always nervous when someone goes to the Bahamas or any of that to start a business, just because you have to get full approval. Like David mentioned, there's always issues there. They're very lock and key. They don't like to share. It's just, I've known people who open companies there and just struggled. He's a good entrepreneur. He's got a great product. I'm a little, skeptical about it starting in the Bahamas.
If he gets government approval, I think you can raise real money, because it's so difficult. I think if he doesn't get government approval, that he should look into come here and see how it works. But I think it all hinges, the big play is government approval in the Bahamas.
Again, it's the same target audience. You're not really promoting to the local Caribbean. The main demographic is all these people coming and spending and not feeling safe or secure because they don't know who to call or go to.
I do think you need to start in resort communities and focus on recreational vehicles, whether it's jet skis, it's yachts. That whole industry needs some kind of consolidated, unified app. So I think that's absolutely where he needs to start.
I think Waxi's a great idea. I think it's amazing that they're giving 80% back to their drivers.
I think it's awesome. I hope to see it in the Bahamas when we go in a few months.
Sure.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
They go to the spots that don't have Uber or apps like those, because it gives more people options to who don't have them.
Don't forget to scan the QR code.
Go fund yourself.